Hello, my lovable, luscious Leos. Welcome, welcome. It is Sachi the Scorpio, and I am here to deliver your guided healing tarot for the month of June. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy that I can send to you. And just a friendly reminder that the top 3 videos with the most likes do get twin flame bonus readings and also get promo codes for the extended. So if this resonates, please do hit that like button, okay? Let's hop into it, Leo. This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We had don't let pride get in your way. So it looks like there is some aspect of being very proud here. We have the full moon in Leo, which happened in Aquarius season. So that could have been a pretty pivotal time for you. So with don't let pride get in your way, anytime that pride energy comes out for Leo, right? I get not just the type of like ego prideful energy, but also the pride that you surround yourself with, right? What is a group of lions called? It's called a pride. So I feel like, don't let the people that you're surrounding yourself with and the group that is around you hold you back here, as well as happy Pride, Leo, for anyone who's part of the LGBTQA+ community. I am pan, so there you go. All right, anyway, so then we had Trainer coming out using Bent Spoon. So Trainer's indicating another person, and Bent Spoon is a psychic ability. So it seems like someone here is a psychic, and actually I identify with this card as this Trainer because this is the Spoon of Kadabra or Alakazam, which are my spirit Pokemon. So part of the message may be you might need to put your pride aside for this reading. Who knows? We have Dark Primeape using Pokemon Power Frenzy. So this is telling me that you're fighting against some sort of energy that seems to be a darker sort of individual. With Primeape, I'm getting like, of course, more of a, like a primal type human that you're dealing with that has a lot of dark energy around them that has put you into some sort of frenzy. And it's like you're constantly fighting this type of energy. We had the Knave of Chalices coming out, which in this deck is the card of narcissism. And I believe you had this not last month, which last month was a long-term goal, but the last time that we looked into, I think it was like What New Beginning or whatever it was. I think it was 2 months ago. You had this card as well, the narcissism card. So it feels like you are dealing with a narcissist, someone who literally only thinks about themselves, sees other people as energy sources rather than actual, human beings, really are only out to, control others so that they can entangle them in a web where they can just harvest energy because they're not able to create any, love or light on their own. So they have to steal it from people. And we had the Knight of Pentacles, or I'm sorry, the King of Pentacles coming out in reverse. And I got that you're dealing with someone who is not grounded at all. They're very delusional. They're very, they have these illusions of grandeur about themselves. They think that they're the best, but really they don't have even a kingdom, to prove it in a way. They're not stable in any sort of way. And with the Four of Wands for me, is when twin flames are in union. So because it's coming out in reverse, it's telling me either, this might have been someone who you thought was your twin flame, that, that whoever this person is, period, whoever they are, that you are not in union. It's possible that these are 2 different masculine presences, yeah, different presences in your life. One being a very delusional masculine and the other one just being ungrounded. But I was kind of feeling that they were the same person here. Okay, and in the shadow, we had initiation in reverse. So it felt like you never felt like you fit in, and it's kind of like a trauma that's replaying, is like not being accepted. It's possible that this person's like parents didn't accept you. I always take this as some sort of initiation rite, through the ancestors or whatever it may be, but it feels like, that for some reason you weren't accepted into some sort of group or things like that. We had the Maiden of Fire coming out in reverse that wanted to come out with Letha in reverse. So, Maiden of Fire, right? Maidens usher in new, mothers nurture, and then crones extinguish, put out the flame, right? And so the Maiden of Fire in reverse is telling me that it's hard to, start a new flame for yourself. Additionally, there could be a younger feminine involved, might be a fire sign. And with Letha involved, I'm getting like, you may have wanted to, you know, have a family with this person or something like that, but you just weren't accepted into that circle for whatever reason. You know, this is like the, like impregnation and family type energy in reverse. And, yeah, so we also had the 10 of water come out. So this is telling me you are ending an emotional cycle with this person, and it's caused you to feel a bit scattered, right? We already saw that it put you in quite a frenzy, and this is pulling you not one of two ways, but actually three ways. And I feel like this is also an emphasis that there is a third party involved here. But you are being pulled in three different directions. And what do we have here? We have an eclipse in this card. And the new moon, Gemini new moon eclipse is happening on June 10th. I'm recording this on the 4th. So I feel like there's going to be quite a big stir coming up around the Gemini new moon eclipse, right? We just had that one in Sagittarius. That was a blood moon. We're amidst eclipse season, which is a very intense time. And it feels like you're being pulled in multiple directions. And with Lammas coming out in reverse, you are being asked to leave the devil behind no matter which direction that you go. Lammas in this deck is the devil. So it feels like you've been dealing someone who, you know, was that way, right? We have an extreme narcissist that's not grounded and not coming into union with you or offering you union, and seems to be caught in some sort of third-party situation, maybe hiding some sort of pregnancy with someone who's younger is what I'm getting. Quite a sticky situation here, to be honest, Leo. But anyway, that's that. Happy Gemini season. Gemini season is the season of the twins, so I am going to be using my twin decks to look into the light and the shadow of the situation, and we will be using that deck in order to look at the general energy. So happy Gemini season. I hope that you guys are all doing well. You know, Gemini is all about the minds and mental processes and things like that. So this month, what we are going to do is check and see what is going on in your mind, what's happening in your mental space, and then we'll look at some details on that. And then in the extended, we will take a look into how do we bring you peace of mind in order to further your healing journey, and then also some advice on how to manifest your highest vibrational timeline, which during eclipse season, it is imperative that we get to a higher vibrational timeline and that we don't get sucked up in the, you know, chaotic portals that eclipse season can bring to us. I do also want to let you know that my books are open again finally after, you know, over 2 months working on astrology stuff. I'm still doing astrology, but I am open back up for tarot. So if you're interested in a private reading, feel free to reach out to me. I do have a Gemini season special going on. You can find that information on my YouTube and my Twitter. Okay. Or you could email me. Let's see what's going on with Leo. What's been on your mind, Leo? Well, I just got very thirsty all of a sudden. Show the world the real you. Yeah, look at the jug being dumped out. So show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. Full moon in Aquarius, guess what season the full moon in Aquarius is? It's in Leo season, right? Because Aquarius is your sister sign. Just as we had that Leo full moon come out, you know, which I mentioned was an Aquarius season. So it looks like you are very, you know, set on showing the world who you really are. Okay, I need to drink some water. Hold on. Show the world the real you. You might be exercising a lot is what I'm getting. I feel like you're ready to dump all of this like emotional baggage out and just be who you really are. Let's see what's going on here. Woo, we have Moltres using Flying Flare. Yeah, so Moltres is a legendary Pokemon. And it's funny because literally our last reading that we did in May was how to become a living legend, right? So it does feel like you're still on that hype bus, and I'm so proud of you, Leo. Keep it up. You want to show the world the real you. You want to spread your wings and fly. This is very phoenixy to me. It feels like you are ready to rise from the ashes. Flying Flare for me is like, I do kind of get that flame type energy. It's like you want to soar. You want to soar. You want to fly and fly high at that. It says, one of the legendary bird Pokemon. It is said that its appearance indicates the coming of spring. Yeah, exactly. Beautiful. So I feel like you're really embracing, excuse me, the spring season right now. You're like, yeah, I'm ready to fly my wings. I'm legendary, and whoop, here I am. So it's beautiful. You know, spring is all about the rebirth, right? We go through, you know, the death during Scorpio season and the dormancy and things of winter. And then once spring comes, you're ready to spread your wings and fly, baby. Yes, I love this, Leo. Let's see. What's the light energy? We have the Nine of Chalices. There is still a cycle that you have yet to complete emotionally here, okay? And it's within yourself, right? 9 is when you're completing a cycle in yourself. 10 is when it's with someone else. So this is telling me that, you know, you haven't completed some sort of emotional cycle. It might be about some sort of celebration. It might be coming to an end around your birthday, which of course the full moon in Aquarius is during your, you know, during Leo season. So if you're here, you might be a Leo sun, could be, you know, moon rising Venus. But this literally is the happy birthday card. As you can see, it's, you know, the solar return, which is when, you know, the sun returns back to the point of, you know, in the constellation that you were born. So I feel like there's still something. Let's find out some more about this. I feel like you're not ready to celebrate whatever this is. Whew. King of Wands, Queen of Wands, Six of Pentacles. Okay, hot stuff. Yeah, lots of fire here, lots of fire here. So you're ready to show the world the real you. And you want to have some sort of fiery divine couple, right? This is they are divine counterparts, right? The King of Wands and Queen of Wands. And what do we see about the King of Wands in here? The King of Wands summons the Queen of Wands and follows the Queen of Wands' orders, right? Fire has to do with lust and passion and kundalini, right? Kundalini is your creative potential in order to manifest the reality around you. It is also spirituality itself, right? The alchemical fires, and it feels like that is you, right? And it's very scorpionic, the alchemical fire, right? Because Scorpio is the death and rebirth energy, and you are rebirthing from the ashes here, okay? And, you know, in spirit and things like that, the masculine calls upon the feminine in order to get these spiritual orders. She is helping teach the masculine. She's also helping teach the maidens, saying, hey, no, don't touch that. You know what I mean? Like, you haven't, you know, like the Queen of Wands I always take as like, hey, don't do that because I know this because I've gotten burnt that way, right? Like, don't touch it. It's hot. How do I know? Because I got burnt, right? The Queen of Wands is very, very wise, very spiritually attuned. And the King of Wands card is all about the Queen of Wands here, okay? So I feel like that's what you want, okay? So there's a cycle that you haven't completed, and it's about, you know, celebrating yourself. And it feels like it's because you want to have some sort of divine counterpart that sees you as like a spiritual leader almost, or it could be in lust in some way, but I really am kind of getting more of a spiritual authority figure and someone who is helping others. Additionally, we have the Six of Pentacles coming out, okay, in reverse, which is awesome to see because Six of Pentacles is when you have no boundaries. You know, here she is, she's, you know, donating her time and volunteering at the soup kitchen, right? She maybe gave out her money to someone who was telling, you know, their story and things. And as she's leaving, a homeless man's like, hey, can I have some money? And she opens her purse and, you know, look at her face. She's like, I have nothing left to give. You know what I mean? This is when you have no physical boundaries, that you're just giving, giving, giving to the point where what is she going to give next? The clothes off her back? You know what I mean? Like there's something to be said about making sure that you're taking care of yourself before you're giving to others. And the Six of Pentacles is when you don't know how to take care of yourself. You're just giving to others because there's this like people-pleasing type energy. But because it's in reverse, you have broken that curse, Leo. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You know, I just did Virgos last night and they got this exact same card. So if you have Virgo placements or are dealing with a Virgo, I highly suggest you check that out. But yeah, it feels like you are ready to step into authority of someone who is going to walk hand in hand and who admires the real you. You know what I mean? Like masculine authority that sees your authority as a co-ruler. And you're done giving to people who are just wanting to take, or beg from you. I'm also getting that you're no longer begging for scraps either. You know, it's possible that maybe you felt very needy in some sort of way, but that's over as well. Yes, Leo, show the world the real you. All right, let's see what's in the shadow. Interesting. A lot of signs have gotten this. We have the Five of Air. Okay, I'm getting that the one at the bottom, which was on top, actually wants to come out. So I'm kind of getting that things are a bit topsy-turvy. With the Five of Air coming out, like, how do I want to put this? So Five of Air traditionally, right, can mean, you know, disharmonious words and things like that, right? There can be some like fighting energy when it comes to that, kind of like, you know, like boisterous communication or just non-harmonious communication. In this deck, it specifically is talking about trying to look for some sort of hard data that is found, you know, within your destiny, sort of. Right, because palmistry shows you, you know, your lifeline, your creativity, how many kids you're going to have, marriages, things like that. Like, I don't read palmistry, so don't quote me on that. But those are the types of things that I associate with palmistry. And I feel like that's what you're trying to do is like, I want to show the world the real me. But, you know, like you know that you want to step into this type of very fiery authority and have some sort of, you know, divine counterpart here, or this is balancing your own masculine and feminine energy. But I do feel that you want someone here, Leo. And it's like you want to, you know, come out like that, but you're still kind of unsure, like, oh, but you know, like, who am I going to marry? And da, da, da. Like, you want some sort of hard data. Let's see what's here. Nine of Water. Ooh. Yes, awesome. So you want to close this emotional cycle, basically. You're right. We have the Nine of Water in reverse, and in the shadow, you're like, I want to close this emotional cycle within myself. I want to be emotionally balanced. And as you can see, it's, you know, equal on the feminine and masculine end. And that's what you want, is to have your own masculine and feminine emotional energy balanced. And you want to be blessed, you know, in wisdom, right? We have like Ganesha type energy here. And with the coins here, you want to be able to be so bountiful that you can just give. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be, you know, it's not that, you know, you're closing yourself off and learning boundaries. It's like, okay, I'm never giving to anyone. No, you don't want to be depleted. You want to be so, you know, abundant and things that you're just able to freely, you know, give your coin, give your time, give your emotion, but you're still wanting some sort of hard data, you know, in order, like data of your code, whether that's through palmistry or astrology or even like genetics, whatever it is that you're trying to really get something where it's like, okay, yes, this is the data. I can comprehend it. It's right there. Like, you want the hard facts, basically. You want the hard facts about things that are hard to get facts on, right? Like, you know, how long am I going to live? Who am I going to, you know, how many marriages, how many kids, things like that. Okay. Interesting energy, Leo. All right, let's get some more information. All right, let's see what else is going on for Leo here. What else is going on in your mind? Let's see some details on this. Well, what do you know? Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Oh, and one wanted to fall to the floor. Then what was I just talking about? Okay, new moon eclipse. That's literally happening in 6 days, right? On the 10th. It's a new moon Gemini eclipse. It's a total solar eclipse that literally looks like this. And we also have Gemini Mercury retrograde, right? We have Pluto retrograding Capricorn. We have Saturn retrograding in Aquarius. We have Jupiter that's going to be retrograding in Pisces coming up on the 20th, and Neptune retrograding in Pisces on the 25th. A lot's going on. You can expect powerful change, and especially from this new moon eclipse, it's going right to the Nine of Water, and I feel like that's really going to help you get your emotional balance. This is what wanted to come out on the floor, okay? Nothing will come of this situation. And I feel like something has already kind of hit rock bottom. Whenever something falls to the floor, that's kind of what the energy I get. Nothing's going to come of a situation, void of course moon. And again, I feel like you need to accept that nothing is going to come of a certain situation. Let's see what that situation is. My guess is that it has to do with that narcissist, but we'll see. I saw the dark primate coming up. Woo! Trainer reverse valley. So again, the trainer has something to do with another person, and reverse valley, I always take that it's a kind of divine mirror energy. Like, you can go both ways. Nothing's going to come of the situation with them or with you if you continue on that sort of pattern, right? This is a flip-floppy energy of energy exchange. So I don't remember if it was upright or reverse, but honestly, it doesn't even really matter. I feel like any type of energy that you give them, it's like it's like a doppelganger. And actually, my twin was just posting about this recently. Is like, some people think it's their twin flame, but really it's their doppelganger. It's an evil twin. You know, it's not a divine counterpart. And you'll know because, like, narcissistic energy is not twin flame energy. You know what I mean? Let's see. Floette using magical leaf. Let's get one more. So, okay, we have two. So, with magical leaf, okay, some of you might enjoy the sweet leaf, okay, but Floette, this is a very flowy type free energy, and that is how you will know. You won't feel like you are caught in this constant game of like reverse type, you know what I mean? Like, nothing's gonna come of a situation of someone who's always doing the opposite of what you are desiring out of life, out of a relationship, or things like that. With Floette, you know, this is a fairy type, and fairy type do indicate soulmate relationships. And you can have a magical soulmate relationship with someone, absolutely. You know, that doesn't mean that they're your twin. They can teach you a lot of lessons, but it is talking about nothing will come of this situation. So some of you might need to consider the magical leaves that you are using. Maybe you can do some tea therapy or some, you know, tea leaf reading or whatever. Or again, some of you might be engaging in some magical leaves. Also, you know, working with flower spirit and things like that. Pay attention to the flowers and stuff that are coming around you. It says, when the flowers of a well-tended flower bed bloom, it appears and celebrates with an elegant dance. Yeah, that's how you know it will be good, right? Is because, you know, you are like a flower, right? We're all like flowers. And if we tend to the beds and allow things to bloom, we will bloom, you know what I mean? And then we will dance and celebrate and have happy things. And that's how you know that it's for you, right? Things that are meant for you will bring you happiness and joy and will raise your vibration and put you in a vibration of abundance. Energy that is constantly switching the script on you, constantly pulling your energy, trying to bring you into a lower dimension, trying to take your love and make it the opposite. You know what I mean? Like narcissistic type energy. You can't bloom in that, you know? You just can't. So, you know, take note of that. We have Del Caddy using Energy Salon. Yeah, so Del Caddy I take as Leo energy. This is you. It looks like you do need to go into an energetic salon. So maybe some of you really like to, you know, pamper yourself and stuff. Of course, Leo, I'm a Leo moon, so I know. My twin's a Leo moon too. So yeah, you know, like, of course you want to, you know, do the self-care, but it looks like you need to do self-care in terms of energy work. So, you know, some Reiki, some elemental healing, you know, balance your chakras, things like that is really what you need. It says, it dislikes dirty places. It often searches for a comfortable place in which to groom itself. So that's another thing, you know, when it comes to your flower, right? If someone doesn't like your flower, Leo, and I hope you're understanding my innuendos, that person is not for you. If they try to make you feel bad about the smell, the whatever, like, get away from them. You know what I mean? Like, people who are meant for you will be attracted to your biochemistry, period. Okay? Anyway, so, you know, it dislikes dirty places, and I feel like that's what you need to do. If someone's trying to bring you into the dirt and bring you into dirty places, you know, try to reverse all this energy, like, ugh, you know what I mean? Ugh, like, that's how you know it's not yours. Yeah, we have coughing using division. So you are being asked here to create, I mean, you already have this, basically. This is toxic energy in your third eye, and it feels like you might be psychically connected to them. Again, there's this, like, everything is reversed. It feels like they are, you know, a cosmic mirror, but like a doppelganger kind of evil twin energy. And yeah, so, you know, this is toxic energy that is in your third eye. Some of you need to be very careful about smoking, especially because we have magical leaf and, you know, coughing coming out here. So make sure, you know, whatever leaves you are bringing into your life, make sure they are very high quality. Make sure you know who is growing them and things like that. With division here, you know, this is saying you have different third eye visions about what the future is. And we see that, you know, the valley that you are building versus the valley that they are in, right? The world that you guys are creating are not the same. And that's why it's constantly conflicting. And that's why it's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? And nothing is going to come of a situation where you're constantly, you know, psychically divided about what you want and, you know, what makes you bloom. You know what I mean? Don't trap yourself with someone who just wants to keep you in the dirt, but not tend to the garden. You know what I mean? It says lighter than air gases in its body, keep it afloat. The gases are not only smell, but they are explosive. Okay, so for some of you, you know, the smelliness, again, this is an aspect. So if you are having changes of body odor, make sure to be careful of what you're eating. It might be, you know, the way that you smell because of smoking and things like that. So just be wary of that. It's talking about how they are explosive. So, you know, expecting powerful change, there can be some sort of explosion, right? I mean, hopefully not like an actual explosion, but you know, in the third eye, this might really blow your mind of, you know, being able to see things from a different way. If you accept that, okay, nothing's going to come of this, that is a really powerful exchange, right? Eclipses themselves can be seen as explosive. Historically, they are, you know, wild card energies. They can be very violent, right? Think of the ancient history of eclipses and what used to happen. All right, let's see what's the light energy here. Okay, going right to that 9 of water. 4 of Swords, yeah. So it's funny because I almost wanted to mention this, but anytime it comes out in reverse, it means it's using the bottom attack. But I was getting aromatherapy for you guys. Like that can be part of, you know, doing the energy salon. And what do we get is the 4 of Swords. This is someone who is sniffing lavender. So lavender can definitely help you in this situation, especially to help your third eye here. And the 4 of Swords, going right to the 9 of water. The 4 of Swords is also all about the foundation of your communication, okay? It's how you build a communicative foundation with others, but also in your own mental space, most of all, right? Because, you know, the way that you communicate with others is based on the conversations that you have with yourself in your own mind, right? So with the 4 of Swords, this is about, you know, relaxing, slowing down, you know, like here she is at work, but she's taking time to stop and smell the flowers. You know what I mean? Like she's literally smelling a flower. And so that is what you were being asked to do, is like literally stop and smell the flowers. If you want to get to this 9 of water energy, which is in abundance, in emotional balance, and, you know, having this wisdom and, you know, blooming. Look, she's on a flower too, blooming like this lotus flower, you know, being very abundant, still able to give, but not being taken from. You need to, you know, get to your own communicative foundation here. For some of you, that could have to do with work and things. But yeah, all right, let's see what's in the shadow. Lots of flower energy. You are a flower, and what does it take to make you bloom? It's definitely not someone who's like, you know, trying to uproot you and just throw you and push you in the dirt, you know? Let's see what's the shadow here. We have the 9 of Earth in reverse and the 6 of Earth in reverse. Okay, so we kind of have that energy coming back about feeling left out. So it feels like the problem is that this kind of reverse energy of someone, you know, uprooting you, pushing you in the dirt, keeping you down, not wanting you to bloom. It feels like when you have this sort of peaceful communication, it feels boring to you. You're like, I'm just not about it. I don't want anything that's boring. Okay. With the 6 of Earth in reverse, this is telling me that things are not physically balanced. Again, this is the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. And, you know, in this one, it's talking about being left out, you know, feeling left out because there's some sort of imbalance. And as you can see, the darkness, You know, there's 4 gnomes in the dark and only 2 in the light. So because it's in reverse, you know, you're like, basically you're saying, I don't want to be imbalanced, but I don't want to be bored. Is basically, you enjoy that fire, right? You enjoy this passion. And with the King and Queen of Wands, like, you do want this very passionate relationship. And let me tell you, you can have passion and not be bored and still have a healthy relationship. You know, you can. I have one with a fellow Leo moon, you know. So, yeah. It looks like you're associating a peaceful mind with a boring one, basically. And that can be applying to yourself and other people. So, yeah, that's definitely quite a thing that needs to be reprogrammed, right? All right, let's see. What dragon would like to help Leo and bring us into the extended? Okay. Oh, beautiful. It was funny because here I was like, is that lavender? Is that lilac? It looks like lavender, but guess what's coming out? The lilac fire dragon. Oh, you have 3. Transmutes through the power of divine love. Look at all those flowers. Okay, you are being asked to transmute this energy, which is all about that alchemy that we saw at the beginning, right? You are rebirthing. You're ready to show the world the real you. You're ready to spread your wings and fly. You're ready to teach others and have a masculine, you know, that respects your spiritual authority. And you are being asked to transmute all of this energy through the power of divine love. It says, open up to the transcendent love and enlightenment. Purity of heart brings peace, hope, and joy. Okay, and that's what it feels like here, right? You are being asked to bring in some peace and hope and joy, and those things are not boring. Oh, Sunshine Yellow Dragon helps you help animals. So, you know, as you're helping, you know, other people not get hurt, it looks like for some of you, this can also be including animals. Like here in the garden, we have, you know, chasing after, there's, you know, dog spirit here and some other like little animal spirits. So it does look like maybe some of you are into helping animals. And maybe there will be more about that in the extended. It says, serve animals, heal, respect, and understand them. So I'm also getting, like, look at the birds here, that you might be getting messages from animal spirits. So if you see different animals, you can be getting certain signs from them, right? Look up the spiritual meaning of that certain bird that you see. We have a blue jay here. We have a squirrel. We have a gray squirrel. A raven, right? So pay attention to the animal, and of course a deer. Pay attention to the animals that are coming to you and look up their significance. And then we have the air dragon, helps you rise above earthly matters, okay? And it looks like you have some earthly, you know, stuff to deal with, but you know you want to rise to a higher spiritual authority. So the air dragons are coming, and again, we have this emphasis on bird spirits here. The air dragons are coming to help you rise above whatever 3D reality problems that you have. It says, communicate honestly. See life from a higher perspective. So it looks like we are going to start seeing things from a higher perspective in the extended, where we're going to see, you know, from a higher point of view, from a higher state of consciousness, what's really going on here and how to solve, you know, this issue of being psychically attracted to someone that you're actually psychically divided from, okay? So if you'd like to follow me into the extended Leo, the link is in the description box below, and I will see you there. If we part ways here, good luck with the situation. I am sending you so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah.